Yo, what's good with y'all, man? I'm trying to turn the intro of this podcast into a little vlog or whatever. And if y'all didn't know, we're back from Colorado already. But back in Texas, but there's a little cold front. Yeah, so as of right now, what I want to do is start vlogging the intros of these podcasts just to tell y'all what I'm doing before we set up. So right now, Sebas is on the way to buy himself a pizza at Peter Piper, you know, the best pizza in town. And I'm about to go to Walmart to buy one of my homies some baby toys, baby stuff, because he's actually having a gender reveal on Saturday. Shout out Dame Dollar Make You Holla from the back. Wait, what? But anyways, that's what's going on right now as of before. Today we got another NFL type podcast. Little NFL talk with Sebas. We are in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. We're going to talk some football, me and Sebas. Hope you guys enjoy. And glad to be back home in Texas, baby. Without further ado, let's jump right into the podcast. Yo, episode 28 of Gas Me Up Podcast, baby, NFL edition part 2. I want to start this episode talking about my fucking Cowboys who disappointed me. I'm going to put the title, one of the titles is going to be Cowboys Are Frauds because they let me down. So they let me down. They let down a lot of Cowboys fans out there. And out of all the years, I don't know if I told you, I think I told Ant. Out of all the years that we were like, oh, this is our year. Nah, this one should have been our year.
You felt like...
The Cowboys, it should have been. Like, they should have won the Super Bowl, I'm telling you. Out of all the years where we were stacked on defense, or we had the players to fucking compete or stop whatever offense, and we obviously had offensive weapons, but I don't know what happened. There's always a common denominator, and that has to be Dak. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like, both I told you in the last NFL pod that I felt like Dak was the one holding you guys back. But I feel like even with Dak playing the way he was, like, you guys were too stacked. You guys have a Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
A rookie. As a rookie. We got Lawrence, who we paid a lot. Randy Gregory on the other side. We got Trayvon, obviously.
You can't.
Some underrated.
Brandon, you cooked them the whole game.
Nah, yeah. But I'll still take Trayvon.
Yeah.
As a little playmaker, can change the game.
He's like big play Seleno.
Yeah. Like, if you throw it his way, you never know. It's good. Nah, and those, he got routed like 2 times, though. Yeah. On the replay, at least. And those 2 plays, he was eyeing the ball away. Like, he went for it, and then that's when you cut.
But that's how they get him. They always get him with the...
Yeah.
What's that word?
A little in cut, and then you go out. Yeah, because he's just... and if they continue doing that to him, I feel like he'll be fucked. Because he's just a ball hawk. He just looks at the ball. He doesn't look at his fucking receiver. But I don't think that's what ended up biting them. I think it was just the offense, because the defense honestly held up to the 49ers.
And the penalties. Dude,
yeah, that's what fucked them up. The penalties.
I think
that was ridiculous. Nah, they had they tied for like the most penalties in the game, and I don't know if it was playoff history. Yeah, it has to be in playoff history. Like a fucking hands to the face penalties, holding on defense.
It was in the worst times, no?
Randy Gregory had a holding on defense like in the last 2 drives for the 49ers. I was like, no way, bro. There was like 2 holding penalties that didn't make fucking sense.
Yeah. I mean, and you can't hate on the Niners. 6 seed.
Yeah.
They're barely getting healthy.
Yeah, like I don't hate the Niners because I was a big fan. Obviously, I had Deebo and Kittle on my fantasy. So I watched them throughout the whole year or the whole season. So I knew that we were like, it wasn't going to be a fucking walk in there and beat them by 40. Like, I knew they were going to put up a fight.
That's how I feel. Even because we're the 1 seed. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is like, I think 2-3 against Garoppolo. Yeah. So
Niners are one of those teams that, like, their record doesn't show like how much potential and power that they have on offense and defense. Yeah. And now that they went through the Cowboys.
But I feel like now you know how I feel with the Packers. What? I feel like every year it's our year, and then we just lose in the NFC Championship. But maybe this year it'll be different. We're going through Lambeau, so. Yeah, now moving on to the 49ers, Packers. I feel like the Niners honestly have a chance to beat the Packers. But I feel like that's every team, right? Like, they all have a chance to win. Yeah. But since the Packers are like this top dog that, like, top of the top, like, no one's going to beat them. They're undefeated in Lambeau, no? This season? Like 8-0 they were.
I don't know. I'll be scared.
You saw the weather forecast?
Oh, yeah. It's like one.
It's going to be 3 degrees. They asked Matt LaFleur. He was like, they asked him, was it cold outside? And then he was like, felt like Green Bay to me. Oh. It gets you hyped, no?
Nah, yeah. And then they're all adjusted to that weather, no? So it's for them. It's just like another
There was another clip where Jair runs out of practice because he started practicing again. Yeah. He's like, it's not even cold. And he's jogging out.
Nah, it's crazy. And then Garoppolo has that little thumb injury.
Yeah, and shoulder too, no?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the shoulder, but the thumb for sure he has that injury. Maybe they're just making up the shoulder, no?
Yeah, I feel like, I told you last night, I feel like, they're already making excuses.
Aaron Rodgers was saying on the Pat McAfee show that he goes on every Tuesday that having that injury and then in the cold, it's going to be tough for him to throw the ball, obviously. But I feel like the Niners, they've been the Packers' kryptonite, no? For like the past, or when they make the playoffs, they always face the Niners. And
going back to Kaepernick, I would get pissed when Kaepernick, he would break like 60-yard touchdowns.
And it's always a running game, no? That fucks up the Packers.
Weakness. Pero, pues, I mean, we're supposed to get a lot of good players back. Did you see that list? There was like a list of players
that they're getting back.
Who? It was like 10 starters.
Sedarius, Jair, Kevin King, or is he in?
Nah, he's been in. But he's like the third cornerback now.
Who else? That's it, no? Or like
pros? There was another lineman, Jenkins. Oh, no, they lost him. It was Turner that's coming back.
Turner. Offensive line?
Yeah. And then Bakhtiari played already, so he's ready to go again.
Yeah, so you guys are healthy, no? Going into this matchup?
Yeah, it was like a big list, and it was like at least 8 starters that are coming back.
If we're looking at it like matchup-wise, hopefully the 49ers get back Bosa and Fred Warner. I feel Bosa practiced today, so he's a full participant, so I feel like he'll play. But Fred Warner had the worst of the injury of the little ankle, so hopefully he's good to go.
What was I going to say? The Packers... Hopefully Jair gets to... Because we all want to see the Deebo-Jair matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a football fan, you know they're two of the best. So you want to see them like go at it. But knowing the Niners are going to line them up in the backfield to avoid Jair.
Like Deebo's not like a one-on-one type of receiver. They're going to just motion, do all this mamada with Deebo.
Nah, because if they put him... Honestly, if they put him one-on-one on Jair locks him up. That's what I think.
But it's because...
Route-wise and stuff. Like,
but it's because Deebo is not a route runner type of player. He's like he'll run through you type shit. You get me?
He's a yak receiver.
Yeah, that's why I don't think that's how even with Jalen Ramsey when they play the Rams and he cooks them, he doesn't even line up with Jalen. He's like motioning and sweeps and running out of the backfield. So I mean, he's gonna get his way. Like he's gonna get his. But Jair can line up on Kittle if anything, because Deebo, you're not gonna stop Deebo because he's just running everywhere and he's gonna run through people.
But that's the thing. I feel like the Packers this year... last year, you remember when Kevin King got burned in the Buccaneers?
Who burned him? Scotty Miller.
Halftime. I feel like, after that, the Packers made it a thing to fix their secondary. And now they have, including Kevin King, Jair, Rasul Douglas.
Yeah, sleeper.
And then, what's his name? The Stokes, the rookie.
Yeah, Rick Stokes.
He's pretty good, too. So I feel like they have a pretty good secondary. But... I don't know. We're going to see.
I feel like that game's going to come down to the running game if they can stop it.
And they both have pretty good run games. So.
Yeah, and they played earlier in the season, no? That was a nominee for Game of the Year.
Yeah, Mason Crosby won it.
The last second field goal, no?
Mason Crosby came through.
That was nominee for Game of the Year for sure.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, so that's our predictions on that game. Hopefully, I'm rooting for the Packers because...
Who are you rooting for?
Nah, I'm rooting for the Packers.
Yeah, I'm a Packers fan, so...
But if the 49ers upset, I feel like I'll hop on the Niners bandwagon because I'll be a little crazy to go into Lambeau. You were thinking the 49ers could have gone a home game in the next round?
Yeah, but they're the 6th seed.
Yeah,
and then the other two are...
I was going to say they could face the Rams, which will be like a divisional matchup in the championship. That would be a little crazy. Going into that game, the Rams-Bucks. That game, I'm really rooting for the Rams to win that one. With Matthew Stafford.
They're the underdog, right? Bucks are the 2 seed.
Yeah, they're playing at Tampa also. I really want Matthew Stafford to get a ring because he just won his first playoff game. Yeah. I didn't know that.
It's like his 11th year, no?
Yeah, I didn't know that was his first playoff game. Yeah. And he's like a Hall of Famer type QB, right? And they also played earlier in the season, and the Rams ran through him. You remember that game?
Yeah, it was like 33-20 something, no?
Yeah, they played in LA. It was like a late comeback by Brady and shit. It was a late game, and that's because the Bucks were healthy. They had Godwin, they had Fournette, they had everyone.
I feel like, with the Buccaneers, everyone's just basing it off Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But it's because it's hard to bet against Tom Brady, but at the same time, you have to realize, he doesn't have AB anymore. Let's be honest, AB was his number one receiver. When he played, he was the number one. So he's gone. And then they have Godwin tore his ACL, so he's not there. And they have injuries on defense too, no, I think.
Yeah, the cornerbacks.
Yeah, they have one of the worst secondaries.
Yeah, they have Carlton Davis. Took off his helmet.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. But, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, and then the fucking Brady ends up beating the Packers, but I feel like the Rams are going to win.
Yeah, I'm ready for the Rams on that one.
Packers played the Rams in the regular season too, right? And we won.
Yeah, you played at Lambeau.
Yeah.
It was a route. No, you fucking ran them off the field. Or no? I think you did.
I think we blew them out. No.
Yeah, you blew them out, I think.
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. We can look at that game matchup, offense, defense, and I feel like the Rams, both sides, are stacked. Especially their defense, how they did the Cardinals this last game.
But I feel like,
it was fucking ridiculous.
It's just, once you get to Lambeau, I feel like that's what's that word? It's the game changer. Because who do you think has the best home field advantage? Especially with this late in the season. I feel like it has to be the Packers.
Yeah, I mean, it'll go through the Packers if whoever wins, so.
Nah, it's honestly, it all comes down. It's literally, it's in a platter for Aaron Rodgers. 2 home games, win them, you go to the Super Bowl.
It's like me, if the Packers lose, it's like, fuck, no?
Yeah.
There's no way.
I think Aaron Rodgers already came out and said that he doesn't want to play for anyone else. So it's going to come down to coming back or retirement if they lose. So.
Nah, hopefully it's a Rams Packers in the NFC Championship. I want to see that. I feel like that's the matchup everyone's waiting for, because Brady going back to the Super Bowl again, going through Lambeau. I feel like it's the same shit as last year. No, that's what he did.
And then it'll be a good story too, because Matthew Stafford was with the Lions.
Yeah, and then
it's kind of rival with Aaron Rodgers.
The matchups on that game: Cooper Kupp, Jair.
You
Devontae,
basically have
Jalen.
the 2 best receivers and then the 2 best corners playing.
Yeah,
it's gonna be.
It's crazy, no?
It's the second best receiver playing against the
best the cornerback.
Yeah,
Jalen Ramsey.
No, the best versus the best, and the second best or the second best.
Yeah, for that one will be. That's the one I want the Rams to make.
When they played, they didn't have OBJ, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's gonna be a little changer.
But we're moving a little bit too ahead. We're moving to the next one. They got to focus on the Buccaneers. But even then, I feel like OBJ's a game changer. I feel like people don't they forget that it's OBJ.
Yeah.
And it's true,
you saw that fade route. It was easy for him.
Oh yeah. People forget, and he got tested. You saw? He got a drug test.
Oh really?
Yeah, this past game he tweeted about it. But OBJ, I mean, he's one of the best receivers in the NFL when healthy. It's just that Baker held him back in Cleveland.
Yeah.
But people forget that's OBJ, bro. OBJ, Cooper Kupp. Has to be one of the best duos right now, at least alive still.
They would have had Robert Woods. Would have been a crazy trio.
Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't look at the Rams as big underdogs still, but I want them to win. Then you can talk about Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Leonard Floyd, Von Miller. They're stacked on defense. So I don't see the Bucs moving the ball on them. At least in the beginning, you know how those games where they start with 3 punts.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how that game's gonna start. At least with the Bucs, they're gonna punt the ball, and hopefully the Rams get on them early. Let's move on to the east side of the NFL, which is the Bengals Titans and the Bills Chiefs. We can start with I think the first game on Saturday afternoon is the Bengals, right? Bengals Titans.
I think so.
And then Bengals Titans. So what are your thoughts on that one? Do you think the Joe Brrr has some in him to get through the Tennessee Titans in Nashville?
I think it's gonna be close. It's not gonna. I feel like it's not gonna be a blowout.
No, yeah.
Like a 1-touchdown game, but I think the Titans are gonna win.
Honestly, I don't like the Titans defense, but somehow they stick to their.
They're full of just good average players.
Yeah, they have some names still, but it's not like they're a big defense, but they still somehow compete.
Yeah,
they just compete. I guess that's the word.
But the big storyline is Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry coming back. I feel like they won't be able to stop the running game for the Titans running game, the Bengals.
You think so?
Especially they lost their defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Larry Ogunjobi or some shit like that. He's out for the year. So.
And then Julio Jones rested.
Yeah.
AJ Brown back rested.
I feel for the Titans, it's also perfect for them to make a run to the Super Bowl. Rest. They got their fucking big running back.
And then, who did the Bengals beat?
The Raiders.
Who was the lower seed? Bengals?
No, the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, the Raiders. Oh, yeah, the Bengals won the division. I feel like Titans got kind of lucky because the Bengals aren't really... I mean, they're good, but it's not like they're facing... It's not like the Bills that they're playing the fucking Chiefs.
And the Bengals are still young, so...
Yeah.
I feel like the Titans are more a little bit on the... Like, it's like a win... Like, they got to win. Yeah, like a win now. They're in a win now situation with their team because, I mean, they don't have any young stars other than A.J. Brown and Henry, but, I mean, they're a little bit in and they want to win. You get me?
You think Julio Jones can show flashes of what he was with the Falcons?
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like Julio Jones will put up... Like, he's going to remind people that he's Julio Jones. You get me?
Yeah, I feel like... Was when he had that Super Bowl run when they played the Patriots?
Yeah.
That game, he was fucking going off.
Nah, that dude would average like 200 or like 150 yards a game back in the day.
Yeah.
But, I mean, injuries have caught up to him, so... I don't know, hopefully... I feel like he's going to show some flashes that people are going to be like, that's Julio Jones. It's the same shit as OBJ. They forget that that's Julio Jones, you get me?
Hopefully he makes it through the game, like not injured, so we can see how
explosive he's still explosive. You've seen that, like, he has a couple... I think the last week, 2 weeks ago when they played, he went off. Or he, like, started. He came back and he finished the game. So hopefully he has a little momentum going into this one.
Yeah. And then people forget, too, how good A.J. Brown is because he's fucking good.
And it's all injuries, right? You can't... Like, they can't watch him and they just say, oh, no, he's injury prone, he's ass. But hopefully, I mean, I feel like it'll probably be a shoot and end up being a shootout, right?
Who do you have in that game?
I have the Titans.
Titans?
At home, yeah. I was gonna add that last week the Bengals played the Raiders and Josh Jacobs was running through them like nothing. That's why I feel like Derrick Henry's gonna have a day if he plays. Like if he has 30 carries that he always gets, I feel like it's gonna be a fucking walk in the park for the Titans.
Yeah, it's because the fucking Titans punch you in your mouth, eh?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be good.
With the offense that the Bengals have, though, I feel like you said, they'll keep up. They'll keep up with them. It's gonna be like a one-score touchdown. It's gonna come out to the very end.
I feel like the Titans will go up like 14-0.
Yeah.
And then like fucking bomba to Jamar Chase, cut it down to 7. Like
hit a little gritty, get them going. Now hopefully, first game. That was gonna be the first game of the week, so it's gonna set the tone up for the rest of the week.
Hopefully the Titans. I mean, I have the Titans winning, but hopefully the Bengals upset.
That's how, like, you want the underdog to win.
Yeah.
That's how I am with every team. But hopefully, they're good games also because last week the Packers, all the, like, what was it, like 6 games, no? 4 or 5 games?
They were all blowouts.
They were all, like, most of them were blowouts. The only good ones were, the Cowboys, Niners, and Bengals, Raiders. Those are the only good ones. So hopefully we get some good games coming this week. All right, last matchup of the week is the Bills and the Chiefs, and we all know this is one of the biggest rivalries in the NFL right now with Allen and Mahomes. And somehow those two always end up meeting each other in the playoffs. They met last year, remember?
Yeah.
That was that Diggs picture.
Everyone remembers the Diggs picture.
Where he's staring at the confetti as they celebrate the Chiefs on the way to the Super Bowl. That's a hard-ass picture, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's crazy how they're back into this spot.
It's before the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
So.
And they play again in Kansas.
They do, right? Oh, yeah, they do. Who do you have?
It's not the championship, right? It's the round before.
Divisional.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say. But still, it's a big opportunity for the Bills to make some noise and show
I was impressed how they beat the Patriots. I thought the Patriots would make it a ball game.
Yeah, I thought the Patriots were going to be able to, like, hammer them with the run and shit, but
it's because Mac Jones played a good game, but everyone else played like shit.
They didn't show up, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the biggest blowouts also. It was not a good game to watch unless you're a Bills fan.
I think I fell asleep watching that game.
But this is a big opportunity for the Bills to fucking back up their words because they've been talking hot also. Yeah. I feel like they can back it up still, but I feel like it all comes down to Josh Allen because he's not consistent enough to compete with players like Mahomes and like all those big dogs, Aaron Rodgers, Brady. I feel like he just has to be consistent because like this last game against the Patriots, you saw what they can do, and I mean hopefully they rout them. They played earlier in the season also, I think. Yeah, they did.
Bills won.
Yeah, the Bills they won like 38-20.
I feel like this is like a not a legacy game, but like
It's a big game for Josh Allen.
A game where you cement yourself like as a top 5 quarterback.
Josh
in the
Allen?
league. Yeah.
Yeah, that game during the regular season, it was a Sunday Night Football. I remember it.
Yeah.
And there was a delay in halftime. Remember, like an hour delay because of the rain. Josh Allen went off that game. He threw like 330, 3 touchdowns. He rushed for like 60 yards. And on the opposite side, Mahomes and Hill, it was like a bad game for them. You get me? Like he still had 300 yards. Hill had like 70 yards. Kelsey 57 yards.
Chiefs just came off from a blowout too. No, they won. Did they blow them out?
Oh yeah, they beat the Steelers.
Yeah, they basically blew them out. So they're heating up too. They're kind of scary. Who do you have in that game?
I want the Bills to win, the underdog. I feel like they're still underdogs.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the Bills are gonna win, but I'm a little skeptical.
It all comes down to Josh Allen, how he plays, honestly. And it's crazy how they have Stephon Diggs, but Diggs doesn't, for some reason, he just doesn't put up like big numbers like how he used to. Like he's like a 60-yard player now. Like he puts up 60, 70 yards a game now.
I had Diggs in fantasy. I would watch the Bills games because I had Diggs in fantasy. It pissed me off. He plays like 1 down, 2nd down. For some reason, gets out of the field in 3rd down so that Gabriel Davis can play. And then he'll come in if they go for it on 4th. But it's like, I feel like that's dumb. I feel like he's like your best receiver. He's like a top 5 receiver in the NFL. You have to have him on the field. Like Devontae, he doesn't leave the field. Cooper Kupp doesn't leave the field. Justin Jefferson doesn't leave the field.
Also in regular season, you got to, maybe save him for the playoffs or whatever. So I don't expect him to come out like that especially in this game, hopefully. I'm pretty sure in the Patriots game he didn't even play that much.
But then again, the Bills had a lot of new rising talent. They have
they still have Emmanuel Sanders. He's a veteran. Gabriel Davis, Cole Beasley. They have weapons still.
Yeah, so Josh Allen, he just doesn't pass it to Diggs. He spreads it around.
Yeah, I was gonna say Knox was the one that went off in their regular season game. Yeah, he had like 120 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Well, he had 2 touchdowns against the Patriots. So.
Yeah. He's also a little X factor, right? To come out big down the middle of the defense because the Chiefs linebackers are not that good, especially that Sorensen guy, the bald guy. Yeah, they always talk shit on him. Tyrann Mathieu, he always talks shit on Sorensen because he always gets beat on routes and shit. But I don't know. Hopefully the Bills win.
I think that'll be either that or the Packers game is gonna be the best game of the week.
You think so?
That's what I think.
I feel like Bills Chiefs is gonna be one of those that gonna be on the edge of your seat, like, oh shit, come on. Yeah. I feel like that game's gonna come down to Josh Allen making a big play, and that's what's gonna fucking be like, oh, I'm here.
I feel like Diggs he has to go off after that picture. Yeah. Like you have to.
He has to have a big game. Also on the other side, if you want to look at Mahomes, Kelsey, and Hill in the playoff game last year, they went off, bro. Like they combined for like 320 receiving yards, those two. So this year, I feel like they haven't been what they used to be. But I feel like in the playoffs, you never know. They might show up. They're still big-time players. So you still got to contain them.
I feel like they're a little under the radar.
Yeah, they're Chiefs.
That's what's scary.
Because they're big-time players, right?
Yeah, so,
especially with Tyreek, one, like, fucking miscommunication in the backfield, and he'll burn you for a 70-yarder.
Gonna be a good
weekend. And then the Bills, their defense, they run deep on defense, and that's because they lost Tre'Davious White, who's a top 5 corner in the NFL. And I don't really know their corners that much. I know their safeties, Poyer and Micah Hyde, and Edmonds, or linebacker. But I don't know. Hopefully they're able to contain Mahomes and stop Hill and Kelsey.
Yeah, Micah Hyde made a crazy ass play against the Patriots.
Oh yeah, that shit was ridiculous, right? That was gonna be a dime too, no?
Yeah, I thought he had it. Like the receiver had it, and then Micah Hyde.
It was Aguilar, no?
Yeah.
Nah, that was a crazy play. But another thing with the Bills I was gonna add is that they don't run the football, which I feel will low key bite them in the ass. They've been running as of late though.
I feel like
Singletary.
Singletary has stepped up for them.
Yeah.
So
I feel like they're gonna have to run the ball so to open up the play action and stuff like that.
I feel like they will. Because the Chiefs don't really have a scary defense
as of late.
Well,
the second half of the season, their
front line is better than their secondary.
Yeah, I was gonna say with like us talking about the Niners, Packers regular season, Bills, Chiefs regular season, Bucks, Rams regular season. Like they're completely different teams now. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see how it is. Because all the marbles are in the.
It's a whole new season.
So yeah, it's a whole new season. So injuries, no injuries, whatever you got to go out there and do whatever.
Any given Sunday?
It takes. Yeah, but hopefully we have a fun weekend of football. A weekend of football starting tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. I still can't believe the Cowboys lost to the fucking 49ers, especially after all they've been through. I was gonna ask you, you think that we should fire Mike McCarthy? I honestly feel like we should fire Mike McCarthy.
I hate the guy, pues. He coached the Packers for like fucking 10 years, didn't do shit.
Yeah, I feel like we have other coaches in the staff that could take over Mike McCarthy, especially Kellen Moore, because he's been getting job interviews.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn, the defensive coordinator. I feel like those two can step up. Just fire McCarthy and keep one of those two. I'll prefer Kellen Moore because he's younger and he's like an offensive guru. He's like LaFleur and Sean McVay and all those.
I really feel like the Packers hit gold with LaFleur.
You saw that picture of the Redskins who had LaFleur, McVay, and Shanahan back in like 2013.
And then Shanahan had LaFleur like later that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like his...
With the Niners
coaches, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I think so. I'm pretty sure they did.
I don't know how I feel. I feel like the NFL is turning into younger coaches, right? Low key.
It's a whole new ball game now.
Bill Belichick's the only one remaining.
He's like the last Jedi, no?
I feel like he's never gonna go away, low key. All right, so we finally came back from Colorado. I posted some on my Instagram, on my Snapchat. You did also. Make sure to follow us down below on the links. It was a fun trip. Calm roads, calm driving and everything. It was all good, chill.
Thankfully, we didn't hit. Like, we got there like after the storms, like the snowstorm. So we had a pretty good time. It was a blast.
Yeah, one of the best trips, no?
And I was telling the guys in the chat that I already missed Colorado.
Yeah,
it was
crazy.
Like 3 days after.
It's crazy how it's a week ago. What is it today? Thursday. A week ago, we were like packing to leave already, which is fucking insane. You know, time fucking flies. So it was one of the better trips that I've had, at least. And hopefully we got much more to go, no?
Gotta plan something else.
And like the little minute vlog that I put in the beginning of this video, I want to start vlogging again. It was probably shitty for most of y'all, but practicing here, you know. By the way, go check out Joshua's channel, the Valley Boyz. He recorded basically the whole trip. It was like a two-parter. Recorded the time here the week before we left, and then the week that we were over there at Colorado. The Valley Boyz is the channel. I'll put the link below. Hopefully we have a good weekend of football, and we're happy to be back in Texas, nice and safe, chilling. And yeah, it's gonna wrap up this episode of Gas Me Up NFL Edition Part 2. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, follow us on our social media down below, follow us on TikTok also. We post some clips on there. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.